Daily class will be at 8 o'clock only. Okay, be on time. So we'll continue. So 2 more guys yet to join. Just we can give 2-3 minutes. After that we can start. Are you able to see my screen now? స్క్రీన్ కనిపిస్తుందా అందరికి?
సార్ కనిపిస్తుంది.
Okay, fine. So this class should be interactive. Okay, I am expecting response from each and every one. It will be helpful for you. Okay, because this is the IT job. Even once you get the job also, you have to interact with your team daily. So this is the best time. You should start interacting. Okay, if you have any doubts, you no need to wait until the class over. You can stop me and ask any time. Okay, for daily class, this is the soft copy of the material. This is called a mainframe refresher. Almost all topics covered in this soft copy. So daily class also we are going to refer this one. I shared with you guys. So same printout we have. So just 1 or 2% different than the soft copy. Whoever is in Bangalore, we can take the. I have the hard copy of the textbook format. We can take the Xerox copy. Whoever is in the Bangalore. Otherwise, more than 99% same soft copy and printout both are same. Better we can take. Whoever is in the remotely connected, they can take the printout of this one. Okay. This is the soft copy we are going to refer it daily class. Okay. So hope all guys joined, so we can start today's class. So okay. So as we discussed in the demo class, so we have here, this is the course name is the IBM mainframes. Okay. In this one we have COBOL. This is the programming language. And once we write the COBOL program, then we can use the JCL statements. This is called the job control language. Even though name it's a language, but it's not actual language. So it is having set of statements. Once I write the code, then I can execute using this JCL statement. Okay. So this is the main thing. And here we have the data. So let's say for each and every organization, each and every software, mainly focusing on the data and its processing, data handling and processing. In the mainframes, we are getting the data in the form of files. File is nothing but it's a collection of records. Okay, let me show you an example. How the file looks like. కనిపిస్తుందా స్క్రీన్ అందరికి?
సార్
సార్ కనిపిస్తుంది.
ఎస్ సార్.
ఓకే. This is the first class, so some issues with this one. Open like this. Yeah, let's say this is one employee file. So let's say if I'm working for any organization, let's say if I'm working for any banking, so this is a small file. It is having different fields. Let's say this is employee file having employee ID, name, employee grade, and salary, and so on. So many fields are there. This each is the field. So it's a collection of fields is called the file. So each one is one record. Let's say if it is a hospital file means they have the hospital ID, so the patient name, patient diseases, prescription, doctor who treated him, those information, those are different fields. So at the end of the day, they will send data in this, either in the Word document or in the Excel format or in the notepad. They will send to the mainframe. Okay, this is called the files. So most of the times we are getting the data in the form of files. Okay. So these files having different file concepts are there. So that we can discuss in the VSAM. This is the virtual storage access method. This is like files is nothing but sequential files or flat files. This flat files is having some limitations. To overcome that, IBM developed one more file system called the VSAM file system. So after that, so this is the files, it is having some limitations. Again, VSAM files also having some limitations. To overcome that, IBM developed database called the DB2. In this DB2, you might have, or like, let's say one table is there. If I want to fetch the data from the table, we are going to use the SQL statements here. So SQL statement is this is like a 4th generation language. Just you can tell the need, it will give the solution. Like, let's say I have the one big file table is there. If I want to get all the details, means simple thing is select star from table name. So select star from table name means it will give all the records from this table. This is as simple as it is. So using the SQL statement. So these 4 software we used to call as a batch system. Okay. We have the one more system called the CICS online system. Around 90%, up to 90% people are using this batch system only. So 90 to 95% people are using batch system. So we are mostly focused on this batch system. Just to 5 to 10% only. Some interviews they are going to ask, do you know about CICS and all? So mostly we are going to focus on this system. Here the class will be job-oriented course. Whatever the topics important for the job, we can focus those things only. So daily class, minimum 3 questions, minimum 3 interview questions will cover. So by tomorrow, if you come tomorrow, you have to complete these 3 questions so that it will be easy for you. Let's say after, if you wait for 1 week or 10 days, means the questions count will increase. So 30 to 40 questions will increase. That time it's very difficult for you to manage. Okay. The simple thing is, after this class, you have to go through again, and so wherever I am telling, you should. So the minimum prerequisite condition to attend the classes, based on my experience, I am requesting you guys, please attend with notepad and pen. So pen and paper you should attend. Okay. Next thing is, while listening the class, if I'm going to say, if I stretch any word, so let's say this is important FAQ, this is important question, this is important topic, means you should note down the keyword of that thing. So no need to write entire notes, no need to fill. So some guys are complaining like, sir, while I'm writing, I am not able to concentrate your class. So that's not the correct. So just you can write the keywords. Okay, once after the class, just you can think about you can close your eyes and think about this keyword, what this keyword. If you listen second time now, it's very easy for you to understand. Okay, this is the minimum fundamental thing. You should attend with pen and paper, and wherever possible, please attend with laptop. So if you attend with mobile now, you will get in between some Wi-Fi or WhatsApp notifications. You will get distraction. Okay, to avoid all these things, these are you have to follow these minimum things. Okay. So first class we are going to teach about COBOL. Some institutes they are going to teach about JCL concept, but we are going to teach COBOL concept. This is the programming language. Here, this is the COBOL itself is the legacy programming language. Here we have the PL1, that is another language, or assembler. So assembler is another language, and AS400. These are the very old languages. Still, some companies are using very old project, like some old insurance projects. Still, they are using. So, but majority of the people are using the COBOL. Okay, we are going to start the COBOL programming language. Here, this is English-like language. This is English like language, easy to learn, okay, easy to implement also. Who are not having any computer knowledge also, they can survive easily, okay. Let's start the COBOL programming language. Here, this is the software. Whatever I am going to show you, this is the software here. So same software only in the real time also we are going to use. Okay, this is advantage of mainframes. Whatever we are going to use, screens, commands, functions, and all, same thing also will be in the real time. So this is the soft copy I shared in the group. So you can take the printout. Whoever is coming to Bangalore, for them you can get the hard copy of the book also. You can Xerox it and get it. Otherwise, take the printout of this one. So okay. So tomorrow onwards, so please be on time. Even myself also, I will be at 8 o'clock. Sorry for the delay today because of little confusion. So tomorrow onwards, 8 o'clock class will be. Let's start the show now. So this is the COBOL. COBOL means Common Business Oriented Language. So this COBOL where we are going to use common business like a simple Kirana shop. So this COBOL, it doesn't have any complex functionality like sin x, e to the power x or log x. Those sin series, cos series, those things and all will not be there. Simple business, like a common business, like our normal Kirana shop. Like what he will do, he will note it down how much stock he have, and at the end of the day, he will write all the names who purchased and the amount pending or balance or advance amount or remaining stock, those kind of things only. Like in all these things, it will involve only some arithmetic operations like addition, multiplication, division, or divided by. Those things only it will involve. So in the COBOL also we are going to use only arithmetic calculations only. We are not going to use any other complex things. So this is the common business oriented language. So it was developed in the 1960s, 1970s they developed. So after that many versions are coming. Now the version we are going to use is VS COBOL 2. This is they released in 1985. This is the most powerful version, and still we are going to use version 2 only. COBOL 1985 VS COBOL 2 only we are going to use it. Okay, and the specialty of the program is, as I told, it's like English like language, easy to learn, code and maintain. If you understand the meaning of the verb, then 50% of the syllabus you can understand easily. Okay. So this is the first language developed for commercial applications which can efficiently handle millions of data. So mainframe itself is capable to handle huge amount of data. Again, COBOL also supporting huge amount of data. This is kind of generating the report because it doesn't have any scientific calculations involving. Just it is having simple plus or minus calculations only. Because of that, it is going to handle millions of data. So this is easy, like this is it is having the sections, divisions, paragraph and all. So we will see one by one now. Okay. So like any other programming language, COBOL also. So we have to follow some rules while writing in the COBOL program. Let's say I have 1 to 72 sheet. So we should follow some rules where to start. Shall I start from line number? This is the column and this is the rows. Shall I start from column number 1 or column number 2 or something like that? So for COBOL also, they decided some rules. They defined some rules we have to follow. So let's say this is columns. In the mainframe screen, it is showing column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on, up to 72 columns. If in the mainframe screen, so 1 to 72 columns. If I want to start the coding, first 1 to 6 columns. So this will come, sequence numbers will come. So we are not using at all these 1 to 6 columns. So in some projects, they are going to write some tag or something. Some project, the sequence number automatically come 1 to 6. We are least bothered about that. When time comes, I will tell what is the use of this one. So even I'm least bothered about 1 to 6 columns. If I want to start coding, actually I will start from 7th column. This is my 7th column. Here, this is 7th column. What purpose I'm going to use it? Let's say for any programming language. So for any program, let's say this is my program. Let me open another program. Okay. So if I give columns here, means see, this is exactly 7th column. If I want to write some comments about this program, I should use the 7th column star for the comments. See, if I use the star at 7th column, it means that, see, normally for programming, we have to follow some rules. We have to follow some naming conventions, coding standards, some syntaxes. We have to follow it for this COBOL program. But if I use star at 7th column, it treats as a comment. These are all the comments. These comments means you no need to follow any rule. Whatever you want, you can write it. It will not throw any error while executing. See, once I write the code, I have to execute this program. While executing, it will verify all the syntax errors, all the standards, all the rules it will verify. But if I give at 7th column star means this is a free form of writing. It will not verify what you write here. Why we are going to use this one means this is the description of the program. High level description we can write. In the real time also we are going to write high level description of the program. See, after 10 years also if I open the program, I no need to go entire program. Just I will see outer this is the outlook of the program, what the program is doing. So for writing these comments, I'm going to use 7th column. Okay. This is for the 7th column. And the second thing is, let's say this is the report program. If I want to connect this program to printer, sometimes this mainframe servers, we are in the client location, they are going to connect to the printer. Okay. If I use slash here at 7th column /, if I use the 7th column /, if I print this program, wherever slash is there, it will print at the next line. So if I use slash here and if I use 7th column slash means what it will do, it will print up to this line one page, then from here to here one page, and after that like that wherever slash is there means it will start the next page printing. Okay. Star means the comments, slash means next page. And here if I want, I can use hyphen also. So let's say hyphen. So what is for hyphen means, let's say if I'm writing something here. Okay, let's say if I'm going to write, I want to write programmer, PROGRA, there is no space. After M there is no space here. PROGRA MMAR, programmer. So to continue that word, so I should use hyphen. Even in our general English language also. So let's say if the space is not there, means just for continuation we are going to use hyphen. But three cases I am going to use 7th column. Okay, 1 to 6 is the sequence number. So this program, if I want to start means I have to follow these rules. 7th column either star, hyphen, or / I should give. Actual our program logic we can start from 8th column only. Okay, guys. In the 8th column, so 8 to 7 to 2 we have. So 8 to 11, they are again split into two parts, 8 to 11, 12 to 7 to 2. Okay, 8 to 11, some of the, like we have the division names, sections, paragraph names and all, we can start in the 8 to 11 in between. Either you can start at 8th column or 9th column or 10th column up to 11th column in between, we can start. This is called the area A. Area A, and this is the area B. So remaining all the core functionality like verbs, move statement, add statement, or some other read statement, whatever it is, core functionality we can start from 12 to 72 in between. See all the sections, divisions. Let's say this is one of the division. Where did I start? It started 8th column. See, this is the 8th column. This is the 5th column, 6th, 7th, and 8th column. Okay, 8 to 11 you have to start. Let's say if you start at the 12th column, means it will throw some error. While running, it will throw error. We have to fix it because this is the rules defined by COBOL. So we have to follow. We have to respect their rules so that it will run our program. Okay. These are the minimum things before going to start the COBOL coding. Okay. Once we started using the program, you can easily remember it. Okay. Same thing they mentioned 1 to 6 sequence number and seventh column either continuation, comments or start the new page. We are going to use seventh column. And 8 to 11 is area A and 12 to 72 is area B. So actually we have 1 to 80 column. The 72 to 80 also we can use for the some sequence numbers or some tags and all. So we'll discuss a little later. 73, 80. Just to forget about that. So here so many things are there based on our job point of view, and once you get the job surviving point of view only, I will focus more on the important things. Okay. So our coding sheet is 1 to 72. Here in between only we are going to start the code. Okay. Like any other programming language, here also we have digits we are going to use, some characters we are going to use, word we are going to use, sections we are going to use, divisions, paragraphs, all the things we are going to use like any other programming language. Okay. For writing into COBOL program, what we have to do? Here in the COBOL program, the entire COBOL program, they divided into 4 divisions. These are the 4 divisions we should use to write a COBOL program. So one is, first division is the identification division, second is the environment division, third is the data division, fourth is the procedure division. Whatever the program you are going to write, you should write all these 4 divisions. If you take any program, let's say identification division is there, environment division is there, after that data division is there, after that procedure division is there. So these are the 4 divisions. Whoever want to write the program, they should write 4 divisions. Okay. This is sometimes, this is a very basic question. Sometimes people will ask what are all the various divisions in the COBOL programming. You should tell in this order. We have the 4 divisions and this order. Out of these 4 divisions, identification division is the mandatory division. Mandatory means compulsory. Remaining 3 divisions, if you want, you can write. If you let's say based on some conditions and situations, we can refer these remaining 3 divisions. Otherwise, even if you skip also, it's no problem. Your program will run still. So out of 4 divisions, identification division, normally we can write identification division followed by program ID. So this is the mandatory division in the COBOL program. Okay, this is important interview question. We have the 4 divisions and you should remember this order, and identification division followed by program ID is the mandatory division in the COBOL program. See here, identification division followed by program ID. Okay, we should give this program ID should be 1 to 8 characters. Okay, so this 1 to 8 characters, this will come many places in the mainframes. Okay, remember program ID should be 1 to 8 characters and it will start from any alpha value. So we have alpha value means we have the alpha values and the numeric values. Numeric means any number should start from 0 to 9 in between. Alpha value means A to Z any character. So we can start from, let's say if I want, I can use BONUS1, something like that. So this is start from alpha value and it is having numerics also. 1 to 8 characters, anything we can use program ID. So normally in the project, let's say I have 100 programs, means the all programs should be unique name so that it will be, we can identify easily and it will be executed. So here, out of 4 divisions, identification division followed by program ID is mandatory division. Very old program, they used to write author name, when they return, when they compile, all these things they give. But nowadays, just we are going to use just these 2 things only. Okay. This is called the identification division. This is the first division and it's a mandatory division. Okay, guys. Next division is the environment division. This is the environment. Some guys still pronouncing environmental division. It's not the mental, it's an environment division. Okay. In each division having some sections and paragraphs. This environment division is having two sections. One is the configuration section. Second one is the input output section. Okay. You see, while started coding, if you started coding, you will remember easily, but some interviews they are going to ask what are all the various sections in the environment division. Means we have the two sections, configuration section and input output section. The first 1 or 2 days, some theory will be there. After that, we can move to programming. Okay. Don't feel bored. Okay. So environment division, we have the configuration section. In this configuration section, it supplies the information about the computer, like what is the source computer I'm going to use, what is the object computer I'm going to use. Okay, this is the just information about computers it will give. Now we are going to use COBOL 85. This is the optional in the COBOL 85. Optional means not compulsory. So just configuration section means it supplies the information about the computer. So earlier, most computers they are going to use IBM 3090, that is the mission name, or IBM 4381. So those are the mission names they are mentioning, source computer and object computer. But now it's a obsolete. This is the optional. So we are not going to use this configuration section. We are going to least bother about. So I am not using in environment division. I am not using configuration section because that is not the compulsory. Okay. Next, under environment division, next important section is the input output section. Okay, the name suggests input. What is the input? Let's see if I'm going to use any files in my program. So for getting the data, I'm going to refer. See, the data I'm getting from file system. If I'm using the files means I should inform to my program. Where should I inform? So let's say files I am going to use in the input. Input means I'm getting the data from this file. Okay, I'm getting, let's say I'm working for banking project. I'm getting every day all the banking new customers and their transaction information in the file. That is called the input file. Using that input file, I'm going to generate the report. I'm going to generate the report. Report is also a file. So this is called my output file. So one is my input. I'm going to generate report. This is called the output. So under environment division, I have the input output section. So here I should mention what is my input file, what is my output file. I should mention under environment division. If so, where I can mention under environment division, the configuration section is obsolete. So I'm least bother about. Second is the input output section. Here I'm going to inform my program. I'm going to declare like this is the file I'm going to use as an input file and this is the file I'm going to use for output file. Those information I should give under input output section. Let's say there is not compulsory to use the files in our system. Some programs I am not using the files. I am getting the data in a different format. Like I am going to get the data from database also. Some other ways I am getting the data. So I am not using the files. Okay, no problem. If you are not using the file, you can remove that input output section also. So as I told, this is the only mandatory. Remaining all based on your requirement, either you can use it or not, you can decide it. Let's say I'm not using any files in my program. Then no problem. Just you can remove. If you are using the file, you can use the input output section and you can declare the file. If I'm not using the file, just you can remove this one. So if I'm not using the files under date environment division, so I'm going to remove all this file related stuff because that is not the compulsory. This is called the environment division. Then third division is the data division. Okay, this is the data division. It name indicates it's a data. What kind of data you are going to use? So I have the see all this data we can define in the, let's say in the environment division. If I use the files means I mention the input output section under those files. So under data division, under file section, I should mention like so earlier I saw the file system. No? Okay, so this is the file. So under data division, I should mention like this file is using this kind of data. Like let's say this employee name, they are using the alphanumeric data. Let's say employee salary, they are using the numeric data. Those kind of data I should mention in the data division under file section. So if I use the files means, let's say my file name is employee file and these are the different fields, those kind of things I should mention under data division. If I am not using files means, you can remove this file section. Okay, here in the data division I have the 3 sections. One is the file section, second one is the linkage section, third one is the working storage section. So these are the important. Okay, under data division I have the 3 sections. One is the file section, second one is the working storage section, third one is the linkage section. This file section, if I am using files means, I should describe the structure of the file under file section. So if I am not using files means, just you can remove this file section also. Okay. If I am not using files means, I can remove the file section under data division. We have the file section, we have the working storage section, and we have the linkage section. This working storage section, this will be used for intermediate variables. If I am using any variable in my program should understand what kind of data the variable is storing. Those information I should define under working storage section. If I am not using any intermediate variables in my program, then working storage section also not required. So after identification division, remaining all based on your requirement, you can decide whether you will use it or not. If I am not using means, you can remove it. So here, so under data division, I have the 3 sections. One is the file section. If I am not using files means, I can remove the file section. Working storage section. If I am using any intermediate variables, these variables we will discuss tomorrow. So if I am not using any intermediate variables, I can remove working storage section also. Third one is the linkage section. It will be linkage. It will be link between one program to another program. So let's say I have the one program. Program A is there. What I am going to use using this program, I am calling some other program. Program B I am calling. Okay. Program B I am calling. While calling the program, I am passing some data. I am communicating this program to this program via linkage section. So when after a couple of classes, we will discuss in detail about linkage section. Okay. This is the link between one program to another program. Let's say I want to calculate tax. I want to calculate tax for employee. What I am going to do, this tax is the separate system. So it is all the tax maintained by the government and this civil score. So if I want to get the database, civil database, I cannot get the access. What I am going to do? So this is the separate system. So I will pay some amount to the government. I can access. What kind of access I am going to get? I am going to access read access only. Just I can read the data from their system. So they are maintaining the separate program. What I am going to do? I generated my main program. Just I am passing what values I am passing. Let's say employee Aadhaar card number and employee his PAN card number and his gross salary. These are the minimum fields I am passing to this program from this program. So how I am going to pass these variables means using linkage section, I am going to pass these variables. Once they calculated the tax or once they get the civil score for that particular guy, we will send back via again linkage section to main program. This is the communication link between one program to another program. So let's see if I am not calling any other second sub program, just this is my standalone program. That means you no need to mention the linkage section. If you are using, you should mention. Okay. Under data division, I have the 3 sections. These are the 3 sections. Finally, we should have the procedure division. In the procedure division, actual code we are going to write it. Okay. These are the 4 divisions. In the tomorrow's class, we are going to discuss about what are all the variables, what kind of variables we are going to use it, how we are going to declare it, those kind of things we can discuss in the tomorrow sharp 8 o'clock class. Okay, guys. So daily almost all 1 hour class will be there. So today's class is what are all the various divisions in the COBOL program and which is the mandatory division. And let's say if I am using file means where should I mention, which division I can mention. And let's say if I am going to use linkage section, which division I am going to mention. Under data division, what are all the various sections. So these are the questions from today's class. Okay. Tomorrow sharp 8 o'clock, we are going to start the class with the same link, right? That's it. Any questions now?
No, sir.
So first couple of days will be theoretical only. And before going to start the programming, so once you guys decide, then we can order the software. That will come from Hyderabad. So if you are not from Bangalore location, they will post it to your hometown. That we will decide after 2-3 classes. Okay. And if you guys all are okay, means we can take the class on the Saturday also. Saturday, not early 8 o'clock, after 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Based on my interview schedule, we will decide. Based on your schedule and my schedule, we will decide the time on Saturdays only. Remaining days, mostly at 8 o'clock only. If any changes means, I will communicate.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So and one more thing is, I am expecting each and everyone should respond in the class. It should be a interactive. Then only it will be interesting. And I will not get sleep also. Otherwise, I will get sleep during class if you guys are not responding. Okay. So tomorrow 8 o'clock, so we can meet with the same link.
Okay, sir.
Okay, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
sir.